5 pros of moving to Chicago, Anastasia edition. The first one, in my opinion, is the climate. You will be surprised by this one because I'm sure you heard about harsh Chicago winters, but in my opinion, I personally like seasonality. I love Chicago's summertime, and I feel like if we did not have the winter time, we would not appreciate the summertime that much. Winters in Chicago can be cold, but overall not that terrible. And there's a lot of winter activities that you can enjoy while it's cold outside. The second one is public transit system in the city. I think it's great. There's so many places I go to in the US where there's no buses or they're not reliable. Chicago is great in this regard. You have the subway, you have metro, you have buses, and you have DD bikes. I actually count them to be public transit system as well because there are so many people who are using them in the warmer months to, go around the city, and I think it's the best way to do it. So I've lived here for 3 years without having a car, and I was absolutely fine. Number 3 is affordability. I think that Chicago as a whole is more affordable than a lot of other big metropolitan areas in the States. I follow a lot of real estate agents on Instagram, and I'm sometimes shocked by when they post like a 250 square feet apartment in New York for rent for like $4,000. I'm like, what? Where do these prices come from? Like, that doesn't make any sense. I think Chicago is a great city in this regard to start if you're just moving to the States, but also if you're moving from another maybe smaller city, it's not gonna cost you that much to live in the city. And especially if you're renting with roommates, you can definitely have your own bedroom for under $1,000 a month. Number 4, Chicago is a city of a lot of immigrants. It's got a lot of different communities. So if you are Ukrainian like me and you want to be able to be a part of a community of Ukrainian people in Chicago, you go to Ukrainian Village. If you are Polish, there is a huge Polish community. Just name it, I'm sure Chicago has that community presented, and if you want to stay close to those people, you'll be able to participate in community events and just feel like a little part of your home here. And last but not least, there's always something to do in Chicago. Whether it's going to a free concert in Millennium Park, or watching a movie, a drive-in theater, or just a stroll on the Clark Street in Wrigley Field. And they don't necessarily always cost money. There's a lot of free activities in Chicago, especially in the summer. So I think that's something that makes the city great. So that's my opinion on the city of Chicago. If you agree or disagree, leave me a comment below. Send me a message, comment, subscribe, follow, do all the things.